Hey folks, how you doing? I want to show you today my another custom knife that I made, and this one is titanium. It's a project that started a pretty long time ago with a piece of flat stack titanium, I think a little over 1/4 inch thick, so really beastie thing. And titanium is no joke. It's really hard with the low-end tools that I have. This little puppy took me about 4 or 5 times longer than any other knife. It's super hard. Titanium is not hardened, it's unheat treatable metal alloy. It's on its own, it has about 40 Rockwell, 40 HRC, which is pretty tough. It's not as hard as regular metal, but it's just a couple of my friends knife makers always laugh when I refer to it as it's a gooey material. It's very rough, very gooey. When you work with it, it's like it doesn't rip off the metal. Even the good belts doesn't really so much rips off the metal from it as like pushes it away. It's like when you bend the aluminum, you can see that it just doesn't want to break. It just like bends and expands. It's kind of in the similar way, and it's very hard to work with. And some of my older viewers remember it has the like skeletonized handle here, so I did a nice paracord rub with this kind of orange paracord. Did the linear for myself. This will exchange my Warren Thomas as an egg knife, because it's a little more beefier. I'm not gonna be worried about abusing this for the cause of testing and such. And Warren Thomas can retire as a collector, which I really love this knife. It's so light, so cool, and just the plain fact that it's Warren Thomas was pretty cool. And also, actually, I'm gonna show you, my blade is actually a better performer, because Mr. Thomas, he does the secondary bevel like most of the knife makers, of course, to make it stronger and everything. But as you know, I'm a convex guy, and what I did pretty much zero grind with super tiny micro bevel. You cannot even see it, that micro bevel. It's like super small, little nothing. And as some of you know, one side is flat and one side, normally they are chisel grind, just like this, flat, and then the chisel grind. What I did on this knife, I grounded it just like regular way, but one side is flat and one side is convexed into zero grind. You have that carbidizing here, tungsten carbide, that puts this side on the around 70 HRC, and that's what keeps the knife sharp, because as you work it, this is the side that lets go, but this side keeps the edge. So it's tooth edge that will stay sharp for a while, but it can never be as sharp as a regular knife. It's a toothy edge. And just to show you, it will slice the paper. Let me start with the regular paper, printing paper. It will slice the paper pretty nice and clean, right? Of course, not as clean. I don't know if you can pick up that sound difference. That and that, and maybe we can even see it on the camera if it focuses. Probably not. It's a little more rugged, this cut, compared to the cut of the really nice and super sharp blade. It appears the same way, but where you can see the difference is the magazine paper. Magazine paper is no challenge for my knife, regular knife, where the titanium edge could never cut it like that. You see that it kind of rips it. It can sometimes when it gets lucky. You see, it's not going. Sometimes when it gets lucky, it gets it. Alright, there you saw it. Sometimes it gets lucky and it will go, but it's nothing like the regular knife. Also, in the wood, I can cut nice with this, even the wood, which these knives are not really made for. I can whittle with this. You can see pretty decent. chunks, but it's nothing compared to how easy and how deep the regular knife can go. And this is also where the difference comes between my zero grind, what I experiment with on this knife. You can see how this works compared to the regular secondary bevel. It's just such a tiny little difference on that blade, but look how big, look what a difference in performance that compared to this. And I'm not even saying how much easier I'm actually pushing on this blade compared to this blade. It just the tiny little difference, and I'm pretty sure that this blade, the edge is as strong as this one, but just because I don't have that, you know, heavy angle here, it actually performs very well for a titanium knife, you know. So I actually got it pretty close to regular knife. It's still not there, definitely not there, it's definitely far from it, but it's not bad. Another thing, let's see, for example, leather. Not so thick, just regular, like thin leather. It will slice. You have to slice through material. You will not really push cut through anything because the edge is toothy. But it actually, you see, it cuts very nice and easy. Very little effort, very little resistance, which is always good. Stuff like, what is it? Bank line pops through very easy. These things you can do all day, all night, and it will stay sharp. Paracord, same thing. Little harder, you have to push a little harder than on with the regular knife, but it will pop it fairly easy, fairly easy. It's not far, not much difference compared to the regular knife. Another thing what you can do all day, all night with the titanium knife is cardboard. It will slice through this without going dull. That's the one thing. It will actually hold. It should hold the edge. You'll see as I use this one more and more, it should hold that edge even longer than a regular knife. Never gonna be as sharp, but it should hold that edge that it has longer than the regular knife can hold its sharp edge. So we'll see how that goes, but I really like this thing, really light. It's almost 3-inch blade, like 1/16 of an inch short of the 3-inch. Overall length, almost 6.5 inches. It's very light for such a stouty blade. You see, 1/4 thick, 6 inch long. Did I say 6.5 inch long? It weighs only 2 ounces, which is super light for such a stouty little knife. And I'm sure I can baton with this, no problem, and it actually should be pretty good splitter with this stack. And so far so good, very happy. You can actually even do push cut with this, but not so easy. You have to like whittle it through. Definitely nothing like that, but you know, won't go through completely. But you see that it gets it almost all the way. Again, that's the stuff of the push cutting. It's not what these knives are designed for. It's toothy edge designed for slicing motion, which are good for. Yes, this small knife would be better to have such a small knife would be better to have the capability of being a good push cutter, but the stuff that I get in exchange on my little neck knife that will be with me all the time, and that is absolutely rust resistant. I don't have to worry about anything. Very strong in lateral forces. I think it's lateral, I don't know that word, you know, these forces. Will stay sharp long, I don't have to worry about it. And also the weight, you know, the knife of this size, let's say this is actually smaller than that, right? This is a regular knife with the handle and everything. And this knife, just for comparison, let me see, I don't see there. it's the same weight, but look how much smaller and how much thinner, especially thinner the knife is. So you get a good, you know, exchanges for that edge sharpness, and I'm fine with it. I'm happy that I made this whole thing. Carbonizing was done by my friend, Anonymous Knives. I don't have the carbonizing machine myself. It's definitely not as pretty as Warren Thomas knife, but I'm happy because I put a lot of hours into this stupid little knife, and I hope it's gonna be worth it, because so far so good. Very happy with it. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Actually, if somebody's interested, let me know. I have this little guy here that is almost finished. Some of you might remember it. I just have to sharpen it. If somebody's interested and be interested to buy it, you know, let me know. This one I have to sand down because the undicing is messed up. It's not as pretty and blue like this one. Let me show it to you. So it's really nice and blue colors. I really like that blue. I know it's not everybody's taste, but I really dig it. It's different. And like I said, if anybody's interested about this one, making me finish this one and sell it, let me know. I'm willing to do that. It's different, it's a little Warncliffe, but this one is mine. This one's gonna get this sweet orange sheet to go with it. I'm gonna have a nice thumb ram here. You see the shape? That's gonna be that should be pretty sweet. Hopefully that huge thumb ram won't make a problem for me, but that's where the thumb ram should be for the Kydex. So hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.